Hey guys, it's Nat, and in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be following a Bob Ross painting tutorial. So this might be a little longer of a video, but I really wanted to do this. And yeah, we're just going to get started here. So we got our painting tutorial. I'm using Valley View Season 21, Episode 1. So let's do this here.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the 21st Joy of Painting series. If this is your first time with us, let me extend a personal invitation to you to drag out your little paint brushes and some paints and paint along with us each show. Or just drag up the old easy chair and enjoy a relaxing half hour as we place some of nature's masterpieces on canvas. And for those of you who've been with us for a while, thank you very, very much for inviting us back for another series of painting shows. Tell you what, let's get right to it. Let's start out today and have run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with me. And while they're doing that, come on up here and let me show you what I've already done. I have my standard old 18 by 24 inch canvas, but you use any size that's convenient for you. We just use this because it sort of fits the television screen. The bottom of it I have covered with a little bit of black gesso. And you can put it on with a sponge or a foam brush or just a paper towel. It doesn't matter. Anything to cover it and then let that dry. Then we've applied some transparent color down here on the bottom of this, and today I've used a little sap green and Van Dyke brown mixed together, and it's still wet. The black gesso has dried, but the transparent
calm
color
down,
on top
Bob.
here is...
Calm down. Okay, so I guess I have to do that. I am not using oil paints, I'm using acrylic, so we'll see how that works.
And there ain't no Van Dyke brown.
Yeah, so let's see here. And I have some water here in case I need to dilute the paint, so... yeah, so I guess we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna do the black. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, I might have done that a little too far, but it's okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna do that. And he has like a bit of, I'm not even sure what he used, like some greenish color. I'm just gonna use this, like a little bit of this, even though the black isn't dry, because he's using gesso, and I don't have gesso. Okay, that's a lot, but oh well. We'll dilute that a bit. Yeah, so he said it's part of it's still wet. This is gonna dry quickly, so I think I'm just gonna move on. As you can see, this whole video is gonna be a compilation of me being impatient. So you can already tell how that's gonna turn out. But yeah, let's see what the next step is.
still wet. Okay, and then the top we've just covered with a little bit of liquid white, and it just makes the canvas nice and wet and slick, and it allows us to actually blend color on the canvas rather than working ourselves.
I did not do the liquid white.
So I tell you what, let's just take
Sorry, Bob.
some fun today. Let's start with this little 2-inch brush here. And we'll go right into a small amount of the phthalo blue. Need it. We'll go right up to the top of the canvas, and we'll just do some little X's, little crisscross strokes, and we'll work all the way across the top.
Okay, Bob.
Mixing with the liquid white.
Good Lord, Bob. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit because I can already tell I'm going to be wasting a lot of paint from this video. He said a 2-inch brush, but my canvas is like much smaller than his, so I'm going to use this brush. Maybe dilute it a bit. And he just goes in there, so that's what we're going to do. Because, you know, there's no mistakes here. There's only happy accidents. So we're just going to... I might have diluted this a bit too much.
Progressively lighter toward the horizon. And that's exactly what we're looking for. In a landscape, you want things to get lighter toward the horizon and darker as they can come away from the horizon. So by using the liquid white and allowing the color to blend, that effect happens automatically.
Well, we're not even 5 minutes in and I'm already screwed. Let me get some white here, even because I didn't put white first.
Don't worry about it, it just happens. And that truly is the joy of painting. There. And we'll just work this right on down.
Oh yeah, this is very
I
joyful.
thought today we'd start this series with just a very basic little painting.
Basic?
Painting ways before this is
Basic?
for you.
Okay, Bob. I think we have different definitions of basic.
We have a happy little sky.
Okay, mine's not looking so happy, so, let me just cover more of this. And this is just the background, so we're most likely going to cover it. I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to look like in the end. But, you know, that's just the joy of painting. So, I'll just put a little bit more up here, since he said it's supposed to be darker. Okay, so, I think this is up to Bob's standards. Not up to mine, but... Okay, let's just continue here.
Now let's build us a little mountain. I like mountains.
Oh god,
Take
mountains.
some black,
I've heard about Bob's mountains, and they are...
some alizarin crimson.
Now, the problem is, I do not have a palette knife,
They're just to dull it down some.
so we're just gonna have to work with a very small paintbrush here.
Go straight down with a knife, cut across, so you have a little roll of paint. And that little roll of paint should live right on the edge of your knife, right on the edge of the blade. Now then, we have to make our first major decision in this painting. Where does our
This whole
mountain
painting
live?
is a major decision.
I think in my world, it's going to live maybe right there.
Oh, good lord.
There's the right way.
Yeah, I'm regretting not
All
having
we're
a
doing here is
palette
just
knife.
that color. Whereas we do not recommend the canvas boards because they have a tendency to absorb the liquid white.
Well, I'm using a canvas board, Bob, and I did not do the liquid white. So maybe we're okay?
Right there. We'll have another little bump there. Just wherever you want it.
Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, so, we're just gonna... Okay, that doesn't look awful, but it sure does not look like what Bob's doing, so...
Just to get you started, automatically when you have the liquid white on the canvas, and it's just an oil base.
Bob, stop making me feel bad about not doing the liquid white step, okay? I forgot. I'm sorry. Now the problem here is the blue is still wet, as you can see. So this is going to be tricky because it's just going to be blending with the blue and it's going to look gross.
But this is blending with the white and it looks like heaven.
Yeah, that's the problem. So I'm trying to see maybe if I can dilute it more. But see, diluting's not really helping because it's just making the acrylic paint dry slower. Which, granted, he's using oils, which dries much slower than acrylics, but this isn't really working. And he went all the way down. I have to keep reminding myself. Happy accidents, no mistakes. Happy accidents, no mistakes. Let's make it a bit darker up here. Take a shot every time I say eh. You'll be drunk by the end of this video. So, I'm trying to make it an even gradient, but it's just not happening.
Tell you what, let's wash the old brush. That's the fun part of this. That's the fun part. Shake off the excess. And just beat the devil out of it. As I say, that's the part that's the most...
How?
Just pull. See there how easy that is, though?
Oh yeah, Bob, real easy.
Color that you want.
Do you have a knife?
Sometimes
I don't have a knife.
Gray color that
Then
looks like
good luck to
stones
you.
and rocks and...
So he added red. What did he add?
He added red and cyan.
Sienna. Is that the color?
This is what happens when you don't pay attention, kids. You need like yellow.
Yeah. I think that's better. I don't have a knife. I'm just gonna wing this here. You really need the knife to get the right texture, but that's what happens.
Bob might approve.
Of course Bob would approve, but do I approve? Not really.
This is kind of soaking in. Like it's diluting in.
Yeah, when Bob said not to use a canvas board, he was not kidding. Well, that looks not at all like what he did, but you know what? Let's just move on. I'm sick of this step. I don't have a palette knife, Bob. I'm sorry.
Will make us a nice shadow color.
Shadow?
The color should be lighter than the base color that you put on your mountain, but certainly darker than your highlights. So somewhere in between, you have to reach a happy medium. Once again, our little roll of paint.
This is anything but happy, Bob.
Now this one's going to be the farthest away.
Bob, what you doing? What you doing?
Put a little bit of shadow right there. All there is to it. Now watch. Come distinctly through, and look how it pushed that little devil back.
Bob, you're killing me here. Okay, so I feel like if I use that color, it's gonna look awful on my canvas. So I'm just gonna fix the highlights, and I'm gonna do more black and that'll be the shadow. So I'll be right back. Okay.
We will get a little crazy today.
Uh-oh.
I like to do that. Let's take...
I don't like the sound of that, Bob.
Mountain color. Trees that sort of grow right up the side.
Oh, we're getting into the trees, people. I repeat, the trees.
The big brush and tap. But most important here, we need to follow these angles. If you don't, it just absolutely won't look right.
Okay, guys, it's been like 30 minutes, and we're only halfway, basically halfway through this video, so, yeah, this is where we're at. I fixed the mountain, I did the trees, like he said, so now he said we're about to get crazy. I don't like the sound of that, so let's keep going.
Right, we're in business again here. Let's get crazy.
Oh boy.
Let's get a fan brush. Shoot, that's fun.
Okay, I have a fan brush,
This dark color.
but it might be too big for this canvas, but it's okay. I have a fan brush. I have something he's using.
There's a little background back here. Just tap down with a fan brush.
I'm not sure how much darker we can get than this black that I used for my mountain. Alright. So, I used to chill. Just gonna do this bluish. Okay, that kind of looks like what he did. Yeah, this brush is a bit big for this canvas. That just looks like a big glob of paint. And this isn't much darker than the background, so we're just gonna make it lighter instead, because that makes sense. Okay, that's a bit better.
Just go back and forth, see there?
How?
Easy.
Oh,
Let's
God,
give him a
Bob.
few friends. We don't want him to get lonely back here.
Okay, so he's just making a bunch of trees, so I guess we're going to do that. The problem is my background isn't as light as his. So instead of making the trees darker than the background, I have to make them lighter than the background, which doesn't make sense physically, but hey, he said it's our world and we can do what we want, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're just going to make a tree. Okay, that might be too light. Okay, so this is what I've done with the trees. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but they're kind of discernible. Somehow I've managed to make this painting terrible, yet kind of decent. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but anyway, we're going to continue here. We're 17 out of 27, so 10 minutes left here in this video.
Several fan brushes going. Let me just grab another one here. Let's put some highlights on that. We'll take a little. That's all.
I already added some highlights here. I might add more at the end when I'm doing the touch-ups. So.
Let me get off my soapbox here and find the brush. Let's get crazy. Let's make a big evergreen right here.
Yeah, this is where he does his signature humongous tree that baffles everybody who tries to recreate it.
Now this is going to be one of the big evergreen trees that.
Yeah, I'm not using the fan
Sort
brush.
of saggy. The limbs hang over. I like this brush.
It's an oval brush.
For making these kind of trees. See how.
Okay, so we're just gonna do a huge tree here. Not gonna think about it because this may or may not make or break the painting. Though I think my painting's already pretty broken, so we have nothing to lose. This is much easier with a fan brush on a giant canvas. I don't know if you guys knew this already, but I followed a Bob Ross tutorial previously, a different tutorial, of course, on a much bigger scale. And it actually turned out pretty good. But this mini scale, it's not happening, so. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you guys the big scale at the end and compare it with my second attempt here. But, yeah, this is not doing it for us. Okay, guys, we'll add some details. I did some using a jelly roll pen right here. I added some details. So he said to put some indications of the tree trunk. So that's what I did. And it looks like something. My legs are numb. There's paint everywhere, and we are on our last step. And by last step, I mean I skipped all the upcoming steps where he added a bunch of other trees and highlights because my canvas is not big enough for Bob Ross's imagination, and we are running out of time. So this is the last step. Thank God.
Let's have some fun. Now we have a transparent color.
I thought this whole thing was fun, Bob.
A little bit of Van Dyke brown just to dub it. I'm going to take pure white. Just titanium white on the 2-inch brush. You have to make a big decision. Where's your water? I want some water in here. Touch this and pull it straight down. It's important that it comes straight down.
What, mate? You're not doing
The
this.
bank lives out here too. So just sort of let that go. Barely touching though.
Well, with a few brush strokes, Bob managed to create that, and yeah. So we're going to do that. Here's a little time lapse of that. Okay, guys, I'm back. So this is actually the first attempt for a Bob Ross painting tutorial that I did. I did that just generic Bob Ross painting tutorial video that everybody's seen. And as you can see, it turned out much better than this. Yeah, so this is my finished painting. Yeah, we're just not going to talk about it because I tried, okay? This is his finished piece. As you can see, it's beautiful, it's flawless. And mine's just like, eh. So, I tried. Comment down below how you think I did. Be nice. But yeah, if you enjoy these kinds of videos, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below any video suggestions you might have. And yeah, subscribe to our channel for more quality content. Bye, guys.